You know you're in for a real treat when you enter a room and you can't even see the very bottom of it because it's so far away. Whee! Gravity wins again. How sad. Hello, what's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider. In the previous episode, we start off our adventure through St. Francis Folly. And today's video, it's our first instance of a multi-parter for a level, because some of these levels can kind of go on for a while. Hey, I did not give you permission to bite my face. That sounds... that sounds kind of kinky, honestly. Yeah, let's destroy these guys. They all died in the same spot. That is very satisfying. And that's a horrible thing to say, so let's move on to another topic. We got a Switch right here. Which makes me sad because this game is not on Nintendo Switch. Like, seriously, what's wrong with you people? Let me play Tomb Raider on Switch! Well, now we're going over in this direction towards Thor. Which is kind of inaccurate because Thor is a Norse god and we're in Greece, so yeah, they kind of messed up on that one. Yeah, this room. A bit of a fun story. I don't entirely know how you're supposed to get through here without taking any damage whatsoever. Because every website that I looked this up on gives a different thing of advice. Some say stay close to the wall, some say just run it, some say you can swan dive or whatever, some say you can walk it. Don't walk it. It's not very good. The most common thing that I've seen that always works is if neither part on the floor or the ceiling has a metal spot on it. So that square over there should be good. We just can't stay there for a while. So, it's... do it! Leap of faith! No! I don't know how you're supposed to get through there without taking any damage, and it makes me so upset. Oh boy, okie dokie, this area always makes me nervous. Let's go, 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 go. What? How did you get through here without taking damage? And the thing is, I don't mind brunt forcing it to get through there. That's usually what I do, but here's the thing. There are no damage runs of this game, and I cannot find a solid answer on how to get through this stupid place. But I've been trying to record this for a little bit and it has been working, so I don't know what the trick is for this supposed to be. I've never been able to get through there without taking a little bit of damage, and that really annoys me because there are runs of this level, of this game, where you go through the entire thing without taking any damage. Even though I've watched all those, I still don't know how you're supposed to do that without taking any damage. Alright, so this right here, we have a hammer. We're gonna want to go down, and then whee! Yeah, we did it. So, the Greek god Thor, probably best known nowadays because, you know, there's this little indie movie series called Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't know if it's doing well or anything like that. I don't know if they're still ongoing. But, like, they have one character named Thor in there who's kind of cool. You know, he has a lightning and a hammer and things like that, and he's kind of a badass. So I think some people might be familiar with the concept of Thor, so that's kind of neat. So yeah, the funny thing is, in 2nd anniversary, they changed the name of this room to the Phasis. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. It's now based off the Greek equivalent. I believe in Greek mythology, the big difference is that Phasis was more like a blacksmith who would create the thunderbolts for Odin, I believe. No, Odin is the Norse name. I apologize. Like, I love Greek and Norse mythology. I can never keep up with all the names, though. Like, I remember the stories, I just have a hard time remembering all the names. And I always feel bad for that, because, like recently, like, I'm getting more into Immortals Phoenix Rising. And, like, that's a great game and all. I have a hard time remembering the names of the characters, though. So, yeah, now we're going over this way. Zeus, that's what the name was. Why am I so dumb? He makes the thunderbolts for Zeus. That's the thing. That's the truth fact of the universe. Anyway, over here, we got a key. We got a shiny key and it's mine. It's the key to my heart. If I had one. So let's head over this way. This jump right here is always like super nerve-wracking because it's pretty far away, and Laura starts doing the animation where her hands are up and things like that, and once she gets to that animation, she won't hold on to the ledges or anything. It's kind of annoying. But we did it! Yay! We did the thing! We conquered the world! And I'm going to make sure I'm fully healed before we continue any further. So yeah, that's the magic of the lunchbox. Normally, I just end up, like, just forcing my way through this area. Like, I honestly don't care if we take damage. We got, like, a bunch of health packs throughout the game. So it's not that big of a deal if we end up using a few more than I would care for. Hopefully it'll be okay. Maybe, sort of, kind of. I don't like having to use save things in the middle of recording. But that's just what we're going to have to do. May dream the justice and peace on the day. What the? Oh no! I did not think you could reach this far. Okay, Pierre is down there and he was shooting bullet things at our face. That's not very socially acceptable behavior. I don't know why that made me think of this, but it made me think of that episode of Malcolm in the Middle when, what's his face and Hal were talking. They were visiting the ranch, and when Hal and Otto are talking, they're both drunk, and they're like, "Look at those pretty stars, aren't they pretty?" But then they start firing bullets into the sky. Democles. If I mispronounce these names, I'm going to die. One thing I was considering doing was doing a counter for every time that I died in this game. I decided not to do that, though, because I didn't think of this idea until after we finished the first 4 episodes, so yay! I don't feel like doing anything more with that. Alright, did you get out of here? Get out of here! Go away! There we go! Now we're moving over here because there's a new switch for us to activate. Now, I will say, I don't care what anyone says about motion controls or anything, but easily one of the most fun things in the entire Tomb Raider series has to be in Tomb Raider Anniversary on Wii, because you like move the Wii remote and nunchuck in a way where it feels like you're actually pulling a switch. Now I know it might be silly and gimmicky for some people. I don't care. I think it's super fun to do it that way. I think they did it in Tomb Raider Underworld as well, but it didn't feel nearly as immersive in that game. So that's kind of like a trend that you see like a lot of Nintendo games on things like that, where they'll have like the one game that embraces the gimmick of the console and it's super awesome and things like that, but then they have the sequel and it still kind of continues ideas, but it doesn't feel nearly as special. Like another big example would have to be like the Batman Arkham games on Wii U, because Arkham City still has like some of the coolest things for the Wii U gamepad ever, because it basically turned the Wii U gamepad into a back computer. It is super cool. I really like it. But then Arkham Origins on Wii U, like, yeah, it was still pretty cool and all, but at the same time, you could definitely tell it was made by a different studio. They didn't really care that much, and it was also like 2013 Wii U era when third-party developers who did still support the platform didn't really care that much about the Wii U anymore. So that's a little bit on the unfortunate side. But going through here, yeah, it seems pretty safe in here, wouldn't you say? Like, I mean, sir, we got some swords dangling from the ceiling, but you know, they seem securely fastened. I trust their placement. I would trust the designer of this room with my life. And look, here's the key. Easy breezy. Easy breezy like a pasta. Now, let's go over this way. Never mind. I thought the door was going to close and I was going to have like a funny gag, but no, the game made a liar out of me. I started practicing for these videos before we start. And the fun thing about that is that what I really like about this game, and also with Toy Story 2 recently on the channel, we were able to practice them before recording because both games are playable on PlayStation Vita. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's fun. I need to heal before we do anything else. Do I want to use that or this? we're not going to be facing a whole lot of more tough things later, so I'm kind of tempted to use a small meta pack. But we do, well, let's just go with the large one because we're pretty low on health right now. So, going through this place, yeah, those securely fastened swords were a lie. And now they're going to be thrown at us. I mean, if Xenoblade is anything to go by, then these swords actually contain the spirits of hot girls. So, that might be fun. I'm sure there's somebody's fanfic out there that one of the Democles swords in this game is actually like Pyra or Mithra from Xenoblade. That'd actually be a really cool crossover. Like, Lara Croft holding the Aegis Blade, or the Monado, or whatever the one in Xenoblade 3 is. Like, that'd actually be really cool. Why hasn't there been like a Tomb Raider Xenoblade crossover? I mean, Tomb Raider recently got a crossover with frickin' Power Wash Simulator. So anything's possible at this point. But yeah, this room, honestly, under the bed. Just walk it, be careful, nothing to worry about. And we did it. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Alright, and the next one is literally right there. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm a little worried about jumping from that higher platform because I feel like if we do that, that's going to cause certain destruction on our face. So let's go over this way instead. And that one's going to take us to the toppy tip of the place. So, yay, we have to do a bunch of more climbing. I remember when I was a kid, I remember thinking, what was that? What was that? I held the walk button. I held the walk button. Why did she go off the cliff? Yay, more editing. And I'm getting tired of this speech because I've been at this for hours now. I'm just having the worst luck in the world when it comes to trying to record this stupid level. But, yeah, we go down here right now. We're going to take out this jerk face because apparently he has magical bullets that can follow us all the way to the toppy tip of the area and go through pillars and stuff. I don't know how that works. Kind of not fair when you think about it. But we're going to take care of him right now. Even though I usually prefer going for the switches and then going for the doors and stuff like that. But we're going to go for him right now so we can actually get through this and continue being a live person and stuff. Okay. We take care of those. Please tell me Pierre's gone. Thank goodness. Okay. So yeah, one thing that's a bit of a fun thing about the history of this Let's Play. So, when I was trying to decide what version of this game that I wanted to play on, I decided to go for the PlayStation version because I wanted to demonstrate the save system in this game and talk about how annoying it could be to replay the same thing over and over again, because that would be funny for the Let's Play. So hopefully it's entertaining or whatever. But yeah, that's the final door, so hopefully we'll be able to continue onwards. And then thanks to Markiplier, I can't think of anything. I can't think of doors without thinking of the thing from his Final Freddy's Security Breach Let's Play. And it's like, so the door doesn't door. I think one of my favorite things ever right now that like plays on my mind on repeat every now and then. So that's pretty amusing. So, as we continue onwards, let's talk about the game's development history a little bit more. Because, yeah, there are some pretty interesting things to learn about the game. So Lara Croft herself was originally supposed to be very different. Her original name was going to be Laura Cruz. She was originally supposed to be a Latin American mercenary person who had a PhD in archaeology. The original story for the game was going to revolve around searching for the Scion of El Dorado instead of the Scion of Atlantis. And Laura was going to be following in the footsteps of a doomed expedition from other archaeologists, led by, I think his name was Hamilton or something like that. They were going to search for the Scion, but they eventually failed and stuff like that. We'll talk a little about that a little bit more in detail as the time goes on. But the reason why I'm bringing it up right now is because the book that Laura reads between the cutscenes of going between Peru and Greece and things like that, or in the final game, she's reading the book of a monk named Herbert who lived in St. Francis Folly and was writing about the discovery of the Scion of the Scion of Teotihuacan somewhere in the Folly. So the original idea was that the book was originally going to belong to Hamilton instead, and it was going to talk about the fact that they had discovered it in El Dorado, and that's where they would be going to next and things like that. So it's pretty interesting. Has like a lot of fascinating lore behind it. Unfortunately, it didn't make it in the final game, and they didn't really explain, go into this idea of into future games or anything like that. Shadow of the Tomb Raider kind of goes into the story of El Dorado, but not really. It's more so like the apocalypse and stuff. So that's kind of neat. And now we are in the Room of Poseidon. I know it's Neptune in this game, but Poseidon is what the name should be, and that's what it got changed to 2nd anniversary. So that's pretty interesting. First thing we want to do, there's a closed gate right there, and luckily for us, the switch is located right here. So why was it up here and not somewhere else that's inaccessible to the person going down here? Security in this place kind of isn't that great. We'll go over here and get the next key. Yeah. I think in my earlier videos when I did 2nd anniversary the first time, I think I was trying to be sarcastic at one point when I was... Because I remember saying something along the lines of those who had played Ocarina of Time and complained about the Water Temple, they didn't know what they were talking about because this room was far worse than that. I think I was trying to be sarcastic and things like that. Like, I was a dumb 14-year-old who was still trying to get used to recording commentary and things like that. So, yeah, that's something that's pretty mildly amusing. Yeah, the interesting thing about this one is that Neptune... Yeah, first of all, the name's wrong, so it should be saying Poseidon and things like that. But it's really interesting because the gods that they chose were pretty neat. You'd think they would go with some more well-known ones like Zeus or Hades or things like that. But it's also nice that they have some more popular, some of the more well-known Greek gods like Poseidon and... No, it's Neptune in this game. I should be saying the proper thing, except I'm not because I'm saying what the name actually should be. But yeah, they went with some of the more popular ones like Thor and Neptune and things like that. But they had some pretty good variety of lesser known ones like Damocles and stuff, so that's pretty neat. That's what I love about mythology in general, is that you have so many fascinating stories, and you have the more popular ones like the story of Thor and Hercules and things like that. But then you have more obscure ones, and I don't remember the name of this one specifically, but one of my sisters' favorites got referenced in Hercules. It's the point when they're talking about the play that they went to, and Hercules was all like, man, I thought I had problems. There's a monkey! And now we're in the Room of Atlas, so yay, we get to see some Persona characters!
You never see it coming. You see that my mind is to pass. You're done, but the time is hit you. You're not surprised.
Except not really, because is it going down? Yes, it is. There. Bye. Yeah! Okay, I'll take it. My original plan was to do something epic. We're gonna roll towards the boulder and then go down the slope and then roll this way and it'd be super epic and awesome. I'll take that way too. That was kind of epic. It was almost as epic as Mickey. We did it. Joy. Joy to the world for playing Tomb Raider. So as for Atlas himself and things like that, I believe the idea behind this Greek god was that he's the one who holds up the Earth in space and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like a nice, it's a really interesting idea having somebody like physically holding up the planet. So that's something that's really nice. I don't know if the theory of the Earth being round instead of flat was popular around that time. Like, I know the whole history behind that was that people realized, wait, shadows are curving in a weird way. Maybe the Earth isn't flat after all. And then that's when people started to realize that the Earth was round and stuff. I don't know if that was popular in Greek mythology. It probably was starting to get there. But that was it's pretty interesting because, like, were they imagining Atlas was holding the Earth on a disc or a globe or something like that? Either way, it's pretty interesting. So this last area, this is the secret of this place. This is going to be a pain. So basically what we want to do, we're going to want to activate that pressure switch. Go this way and roll down there and head down that way. Make sure your health is at least halfway full because you're going to be taking some damage during this route. Whew, okay. Admittedly, I haven't done this before. Like, I don't remember doing this. But we're gonna do it. Let's go, 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 go. The first switch activates immediately after you step off the thing. Go, 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 go. Go, Gadget, go. Go, Gadget, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yay! We did it, we did it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah! There's a lion! Probably a bad idea to use the large metal bag. Owie, that looked really painful and hurty. Phew. Man, that was all kinds of nerve-wracking. Just my heart racing, trying to get that secret done nicely. And then the two lions coming in here. That... Oh boy. That's made my heart pound, stuff like that. But we did it. We did it. Let's check on the level stats real quick to make sure we got everything okay. We got all the keys, that's good. I believe there's a way you're supposed to be able to tell if you have everything in the level. Nope, there isn't. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of Tomb Raider 3, never mind. So as we go through here, I gotta stop for a moment because this is my favorite sound clip in the entire game.
No.
Laura just saying no to the player? That's just amazing. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, so match the keys with the doors, or Laura will tell you no. It's okay, Laura, I still love you. So the concept of this room is really cool. I really love this level, how it's based off different Greek gods and things like that, and this room honestly was one of the bigger things that made me interested in mythology as a kid, because my sisters and I, we were like insanely into looking up mythological stories and things like that, so that's a pretty fond memory. That being said, I do think 2 Year Anniversary does the idea of this way better. I'm not saying this is a bad level or anything like that. I just think that it does get better in Anniversary, but it's still pretty fun and definitely iconic moment in the Tomb Raider series. But I'm done with that. We are finally done with this stupid level. Look how much time it took us. This is not a hard level. Why did we struggle so badly with this one? But we did it. We did it. We did it. I am going to go get a drink of chocolate milk. Because I am super thirsty right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Until next time, Lady Gator to you. Oh yeah.